Here we are again on our way to hike the River to River Trail in the Shawnee National Forest. Are you ready, Sierra? Are you ready? Let's go! Alright, here we are. We are in Eddyville. We just left Shotgun Eddie's. Just got done having an Eddie burger. Met up with my sister Elizabeth and her husband Nick. Nick just left. There's my sister. She is going to be hiking this section with me. I'm looking forward to spending some quality time with my little sis. So as I stated, we're just hiking along the road right now. Just hiking through Eddyville, checking out the town, looking for our trailhead. Trailhead should be just a little bit outside of town. We are here being led around by Sierra, and there is Sierra all over the place. She's not sure where we're going, but she's leading the way anyway, so we'll eventually get somewhere. But it's not too bad temperature wise. It rained on the way down here, but it's not raining at the moment, so hopefully at least tonight we won't get any more rain. We'll be able to get the camp, set up the tent, and not have any problems. So but we're both excited. We're all three excited and can't wait to see what's before us. So we will talk to you soon. All right, we are in the Shawnee. We are hiking the trail. It's a little bit muddy, but not too bad. Took Sierra off the leash after we got past some dogs. There were some dogs that were making some noise. She was a little freaked out, but she's doing good now. We probably got about two and a half miles to hike since we left Eddyville, and we should come up to a creek, and that will be where we're going to be camping for the night. Looks like we may have an hour and a half of sunlight, and then after that it's going to be dark. It does get dark a little sooner in the woods, but we should be okay. We have headlamps just in case it gets dark on us. We're not afraid of the dark, so we should be good. We will talk to you soon at camp. All right, we made it here to camp. It is about 9:30. We made it to Petticoat Junction is where we're camping. It's along a creek bed, so hopefully there'll be water in the creek and we can have some water in the morning. We have the tent set up. My sister Elizabeth sitting next to me, and Sierra is laying on the floor eating a pig's ear. So she really likes pig ears. So I know it doesn't sound very appetizing, but it's one of her favorite things. So we're going to get to sleep, and it's a nice night. I'm kind of warm, as you could tell. It was a long night hike, but we made it. So we are excited, and we're ready for a long, fun day. So we will talk to you in the morning. Well, here we are at Petticoat Junction. We made it in last night and had a decent night's sleep. It was a little difficult falling asleep. Some rustling and the dog kept moving around, but we eventually got to sleep. So we are about ready to hit the trail. Got the tent packed up and got breakfast eaten and filtered some water. So we are about ready to head on out. Thought I'd shoot a quick video, let you see the place where we camped. Like I said, it is called Petticoat Junction, and it's a very strange place. And if you know anything about Petticoat, I guess back in the day, over 100 years ago, it was known for women's clothing to be hanging up from the tree in order to dry, I guess, after it was washed in the creek. And this isn't from 100 years ago, but I think somebody was just trying to be funny. But as you can see, there is something hanging up from the tree. So I thought that was a little funny. But like I said, we're about ready to hit the trail, and it's going to be a good day. Well, we've hiked about 2 miles, just a little over 2 miles so far. Elizabeth and Sierra are leading the way. We just took a quick break just to rehydrate. We stopped at a place called a Crow Knob, just a little lookout spot. Look more like a horse camp. So, but we were able to get our backpacks off and rest for a few minutes, get something to drink, and now we are on the trail again. We plan on doing approximately 9 to 10 miles today, hopefully. We hope to end at Millstone Lake just before you get to the Tin Whistle. So we want to camp there. So if we get there late enough, we'll camp there. But if we get there early, we may decide last minute to go a little farther. So all depends on if we can determine if there's a camping spot a little farther away. I'd hate to leave a flat place and then I have to try to set up camp on a hill or rocky ground. So we are having a good time. We are, as stated, we are just walking along the trail. As you can see, it looks like it's kind of a fire road possibly that we're walking on. If not a fire road, it's wide enough for four-wheelers and everything else, so it's a pretty wide trail. So the only hazard we're really running into, at least two hazards at this point, is mud. There's a lot of mud, especially when you get on the narrow trails because of where horses have tore up the trail, but also spider webs. If you can see Elizabeth, she keeps waving her trekking pole to knock down the spider webs. That's why I let her go before me. So if she hits a spider web, I won't hit it later. So so we will keep on trekking, and we will talk to you soon. I have no idea what that is, but that is one big paw print. Well, here we are. We just made it to camp. We are at Millstone Lake, just crossed over the levee or the dam. It is approximately 2:30, 3 o'clock. We decided to go ahead and set up camp even though we have plenty of daylight. There's not many camp places between here and probably the next several miles. So we thought we might as well set up camp while we have a spot. It's a nice place. I'm going to go down and stick our feet in the water in a little bit. We are actually camping at, it is called the Hippie Bus. So if you kind of look around camp, we don't have this tent set up yet. But there's my sister Elizabeth and Sierra. They're just chilling. We just got done eating a late lunch, and there is the Hippie Bus. So we will just hang out here for a little bit until our legs recuperate some, and then we will head down back to the lake and just enjoy our time. So we will talk to you later. All right, it is Monday evening. I am just sitting outside enjoying the cool of the evening. Both Elizabeth, my sister, and Sierra are in the tent, already trying to go to sleep. I just thought I'd enjoy the nice weather that we're having. It is awesome. Hasn't been too hot, and it's just got enough of a breeze just to makes it very comfortable. So we are looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. We're going to push it hard tomorrow. Try to hike at least 10 miles. We're going to try to do more than that, but at least 10 miles tomorrow. We will be leaving here and heading under or through the Tin Whistle, and we just keep pushing forward. So we're looking forward to it. Thankfully, this trip hasn't had too many bugs, at least no mosquitoes. We have some spiders, but most of them, at least here at camp, has been daddy long legs, so they're not that bad. So at least not the ones that bite, so we're good. But we are looking forward again for tomorrow. It's going to be a wonderful day of hiking, and we will talk to you then. Well, this little guy come over to say goodbye before we leave camp. Just a tiny little frog, or little toad, I should say. See you, little guy. Have a good day. Well, we just left camp and crossed over the creek and refilled our water, filtered it. Now we are on the way, on the trail. As you can see, both Elizabeth and Sierra are leading the way, Sierra mainly. We are coming up, right up on what is known as the Tin Whistle. The Tin Whistle is a walker, hiker, horseback rider tunnel that was put in by the railroad in order to allow backpackers and other sorts to pass through. And there is what is known as the Tin Whistle. So we have to go through. All right, Sierra, make your whistle. Woo woo! I'm assuming it's probably really loud in here when a train goes over. We actually, from where we were camping near the hippie bus, you could hear trains passing by. The Tin Whistle's not too far from the campground, but it wasn't too bad. They weren't too loud, and I can only remember maybe 2 or 3 and going by the whole time. If I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I am. Since we filtered water, it's been completely uphill, so and it's pretty rocky. But hopefully the trail will smooth out a little bit. I know we do have some road walking today, so that will be smoother. Of course, I'm not sure if I enjoy road walking or not. It's even though it's smoother, it's harder on the feet, at least for Sierra. So, but we will. Our attempt is to do at least 10 miles today, and we'll just see how it goes. So we will talk to you soon. Well, it is about 1:15. We've walked probably a little over 5 miles so far. We are actually just started a road walk, so we had a late lunch and found a creek crossing. I think it was called Cedar Creek or something like that. I think I could be mistaken. And we collected some more water, filtered it, and now we are busting out the road walk. So I'm not sure how long this road walk is. I think it's a little bit. We have my cell phone is very low. It needs charged up, so I can't really look at the Avenza map at this moment. But we are walking. It's a beautiful day. Get to see some farm fields, as you could see off in the distance. It's a nice view. So coming up on some barns and maybe a house. I think I see a mailbox. I'm assuming there's a house. Yep, there's a house. So it is a nice day. It's a little breezy right now, especially now we're out of the woods. The sun is shining. It's pretty warm, but with that breeze, the breeze makes it bearable. So we hope to hike at least another 5 miles today. And once we get 10 miles, we might try to do a little more if we can, if daylight allows us, if the sun's still up. We're not going to do any more night hiking. We did that the first night. That's always that's not normally too fun, at least in my opinion. I don't care to night hike unless I have to. So, but we did the first night when we got to Eddyville. Before we got to our first campsite, we hiked about 2.5 miles or so. But we're just enjoying the hike, enjoying the river to river trail here in the Shawnee National Forest. Well, we were doing a road walk. Did pretty good. We thought we were making some great pace, and we got about half a mile, and I thought the trailhead should be coming up soon. So I checked the Avenza map. I was able to get it up and going. My phone was almost dead, but I got it up and saw that we had passed it. So we had to walk another half mile back. So we just added an extra mile to our hike. I could blame Elizabeth because she was in front of me leading the way, but she asked me when we passed the sign earlier if this was our trail, but I did not see the river to river trail marker, so I just assumed it wasn't. I guess you know what they say about assumptions. So we will try to get back on path. The trailhead should be right here, so we will jump back on and keep on hiking. Well, we are hiking through the Cedar Creek area along the creek bed. We've been on the trail for a couple hours now on this section of the trail. We have ran into several trails. It's not marked very well through this part, so but we've managed to find our way. Once we found the creek, it was kind of easy to stick on the right trail because we knew the trail went along the creek. So we just got done taking a break. We found a nice camp spot. Unfortunately, it's too early for us to stop, and we haven't put in near as many miles as we want. We're trying for at least 10 miles today, so we're not there yet, but we're getting closer by every step. So we should be coming up on a road walk very soon. This time it will be a long road walk, not like the accidental long road walk before. This one actually goes by, I'm not sure what the place is called, but I think it's called Boot Ranch or something like that. There's cowboy boots on the fence posts, so that should be on this stretch on this road. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. That'll be a sight to see, something a little different. So the trail is a little muddy today. It's not as bad as yesterday. It rained a little bit on Sunday night, Sunday evening, so that made the trail pretty muddy on Monday. But today is Tuesday, and it's dried out some. There's still some spots though, as you can tell right there. There's a big mud pit. So Sierra and Elizabeth are making their way around the mud pit. So we will probably be in the Cedar Creek area, I'm assuming, for the next 30 minutes or so, and then we will be on the road. Our campsite is just, if we finish the road walk and get back onto the trail, just a little bit onto map 14 of the Avenza maps, we should reach our campsite. So I know all three of us are looking forward to that. It's been a long day, but it's been a great day. So here in the Shawnee National Forest. All right, we made it to camp. It is about 7 o'clock. We got here probably close to 6:30. We've been down by the creek. We are camping tonight, our last night on this section of the River to River Trail hike. We are by Max Creek, so it's very secluded. It's a nice area. We are sitting at the creek, just resting our feet, putting our feet in the water. So it's been a long day of hiking. So not only are both Elizabeth and I wore out, but I think the dog, Sierra, is wore out as well. So we're just gonna put up the tent shortly, filter some water, eat dinner, and probably go to bed early tonight. It's been a long day. We've hiked a lot of miles. So got some more miles to hike tomorrow, but tomorrow, as stated, tomorrow's our last day, and we should arrive at my truck sometime tomorrow afternoon. So we look forward to being done with this section of our hike. Well, we are back on the trail. It is just a little after 9 o'clock. We've been hiking for probably at least a half hour. We camped last night. I don't know if I said or not, but we camped last night right next to Max Creek, and we went downhill. So the camp by the creek, and this morning we had to go uphill because, as you know, well, they say what goes up must come down, but in our case, it was what goes down must come up. So we had a good, relaxing night. We're able to filter some water because we were right there by the creek, both last night and this morning. We also had some neighbors that seemed to be pretty active last night. It sounded like there was a pack of coyotes or wild dogs somewhere. We heard them howling and playing and doing all kinds of things. So we are just on the trail right now. We should be coming to a long road walk in a few minutes. There's a parking lot. I don't know the name of it, but there's a parking lot we're coming up to where the road walk begins. It was actually another camping option, but we were pretty wore out last night, so we decided to stop where we were. We're probably going to be hiking about 8 miles today before we reach the truck. And after that, we will be heading home. So I am ready. I know overall I'm doing okay. I mean, I am running low on fumes. I think all three of us are. But my problem right now is my left foot. The bottom of my left foot is hurting really bad. So I don't know if I strained it or just overworked it or what I did. So I might be taking some more ibuprofen soon. I took some before I left camp, but it's still hurting pretty bad. And here is the parking lot. So we are beginning the road right now. So hopefully it won't be too bad. We will talk to you shortly. All right, we are on the last stretch. We are just probably less than a mile, I'm assuming, from the truck. We just got done with a little bit of a road walk, crossed over Dutchman Lake Road, and if you remember, that is where we parked my truck. So it's been an adventurous 3 days. As you can see, my sister and Sierra, they've enjoyed this adventure with me, or at least on this section. We will be finishing up in a few minutes and trying to go find somewhere to get some ice cream, because it's pretty warm. So but it hasn't, for July, it hasn't been too bad. I was originally concerned about the water sources, if all the water sources would be dried up, but there were plenty of water sources. I didn't have any problems with that. Part of it was probably because we've gotten a lot of rain even down here in the last couple weeks, but also it just hasn't been really hot. So we had plenty of water, plenty of food. I always pack too much food. I never eat as much as I plan on eating, but at least I have the food. Just in case there's an emergency, I have extra food. So but we just got to get through this little bit of a wooded area close to Dutchman Lake, and then my truck should be parked right next to the lake in the parking lot. So as long as it didn't get towed away or somebody stole it, but we'll hope that hasn't happened. I'm sure it's still there. So, but this has been a great 3 days. We've done about 30 miles, coming up on 30 miles. I think that's what we estimated this section to be. Today we hiked about 8 miles. I think we did most of our miles yesterday, but it's been good. It's been fun, and I was glad to have my sister tag along this time. So until next time, we will see you later.
And that completes the end of that section.